Every word you speak quietly inside is a key capable of opening doors no one else can see. Feel the tension of wanting more, more possibility, more freedom, more abundance, and wondering why it hovers just out of reach. Your daily thoughts aren't just background noise, they build your reality, shaping every blessing that finds its way to you. Stay right here because this message will reveal the deeper truth about how your inner dialogue can transform everything. Watch until the end. What you discover could be the turning point on your path to true wealth and fulfillment. Words, gently spoken or silently repeated within, carry the blueprint of reality. Every phrase forms the foundation of experience, quietly drawing circumstances that echo their meaning. Inner dialogue possesses the silent power to call forth abundance or to close the door upon it. The unseen conversation of the heart and mind is not weak or incidental. Instead, it is the secret engine behind every visible change, every ripple of fortune, every door that opens or remains closed. Consider life's journey as a reflection, a mirror showing the stories told repeatedly on the inside. When speech aligns with truth and hope, that same harmony finds its way into daily events and outcomes. Doubt whispers, so does faith. A single word can summon new beginnings or keep doors firmly shut. Each day becomes a quiet opportunity to choose speech with intention, setting the course of wealth, peace, and fulfillment. This is not just pleasant encouragement. Inner words act like seeds sown into the field of unseen substance. Through careful cultivation, speaking what is strong, uplifting, and true, life's gardens bear richer harvests. Even in hardship, there is a creative opportunity. Each challenge shifts when new language and fresh expectation enter the heart's dialogue. Within each person is a wellspring of creative potential, waiting to be released by purposeful words. True abundance blossoms where inner conversation carries certainty, gratitude, and expectancy. Every sentence is an open invitation to healing, prosperity, and joy. By shaping speech and story, each soul unlocks a path that leads directly to the threshold of wealth, where new doors constantly appear and yield their gifts. Deep within, a quiet wisdom guides thought and desire. The higher mind, sometimes called the superconscious, holds patterns of perfect life, untouched by fear or doubt. This inner blueprint waits to be called forth, awakened and shaped by the power of deliberate self-talk. Words spoken in alignment with this higher pattern become keys, unlocking beauty, harmony, and wealth already present in spirit. There exists a design beyond personal ambition, a plan marked by peace, fulfillment, and abundance. It cannot be forced forward by worry or struggle. Instead, gentle words rooted in trust and clarity invite the superconscious design to unfold. Affirmations such as "there is a perfect plan for my wealth and purpose" help the deeper mind recognize and allow that plan to emerge. Each phrase becomes a signal, lighting the right path even in darkness. The wisdom of the deeper mind does not shout, it whispers through intuition, flashes of insight, and quiet confidence. When self-talk honors that guiding voice, even silent hopes find their way into expression. This is how dreams move from the invisible to the visible world, by aligning spoken word with the highest design held within. To trust the blueprint is to speak possibility without fear, even when outcomes remain unseen. By choosing language that affirms purpose and order, the superconscious blueprint becomes active, rearranging circumstances for the good. This is the secret thread binding spirit to practical life, weaving faith into fortune, and shaping the living tapestry of abundance. Speech is more than communication. It is creation in motion. Each word possesses a vibration, reaching into the unseen and shaping the form of daily life. When language flows with clarity and conviction, circumstances begin to mirror those same qualities. The phrase "word as wand" captures a deep truth. Language directed with intention becomes a tool for shaping the material world. Idle or careless talk loops endlessly, often bringing results that seem random or unwanted. Precision in speech cuts through this pattern, calling forth what is truly desired. Even simple affirmations have immense power when spoken with sincerity. Declarations of wealth flows. "Doors open" or "prosperity surrounds me" plant creative seeds. These words, repeated and believed, start to move unseen levers and align external events with internal speech. It is not the volume or cleverness of the language that brings results. It is the quiet certainty, the feeling behind every phrase, that activates creative law. Depending on how words are chosen, gentle or harsh, hopeful or doubtful, the world responds with equal measure. Each day is an invitation to refine speech, choosing only those words worthy of a beautiful and abundant life. Mastery begins with awareness. Notice each word spoken to self and others. Ask, does this language lift or limit, invite or deny? With practice, self-talk becomes clear, purposeful, and powerful. The spoken word, imbued with heart and vision, becomes the architect of reality, shaping everything from the smallest detail to the grandest outcome. Life offers abundance to those who declare it boldly and claim it as their divine right. Spiritual law does not reward timidity or indecision. Instead, it answers the call of those who step forward with confidence, speaking their needs and expectations clearly into the world. By making a spiritual demand, the soul asserts its place in the natural order of plenty. This is neither arrogance nor force. It is the recognition that all good exists, waiting to be named and accepted. When self-talk includes phrases like "abundance is mine by right," a signal is sent to the deeper mind and to the universe itself. Doors begin to open in answer to the clarity and certainty of such a claim. Hesitation and vague requests yield little. Strong affirmation sets creative energies in motion. The law of spiritual demand removes the habit of wishful asking or pleading. Instead, it teaches the soul to declare, "This or something better now manifests for me." There is no need to beg the universe for blessings. Good is already circulating, seeking a place to land. It responds to those who speak with faith, gratitude, and conviction. To live by this law is to embrace the role of co-creator. It means never shrinking from one's rightful share of health, wealth, and peace. Practical abundance flows to those who name it, expect it, and hold its place in their speech and thought. Each day is a new opportunity to declare good and to welcome its arrival with open arms and a willing heart. The script continues in this fashion, offering 4 reflective, practical, and spiritually resonant paragraphs for each outline point, tailored in a voice carrying spiritual authority and clarity, with direct application and seamless keyword integration. If you wish to receive the next set of sections, please specify which outline points to expand upon next. The subconscious mind listens faithfully, storing every word spoken to it without discrimination. It does not analyze, question, or argue. Instead, it acts as a silent servant, taking each phrase at its face value and working steadily to bring those words into tangible form. Idle talk or careless jokes are not dismissed. Every statement, whether light-hearted or solemn, imprints itself within the subconscious and begins its journey toward physical reality. This mechanism works constantly beneath the surface. If words of limitation, doubt, or fear are entertained, the subconscious responds by quietly crafting circumstances that mirror those words. Repeated declarations such as "wealth is out of reach" or "opportunities pass me by" are taken as genuine instructions. With the same fidelity, affirmations of abundance, confidence, and purpose are accepted and acted upon with equal vigor. To master this law is to become vigilant with self-talk. Each statement is more than sound. It is a command, a blueprint that the subconscious diligently follows. By choosing speech that inspires, uplifts, and invites, new patterns of possibility are set in motion. Even a single positive phrase, repeated frequently with belief, has the power to uproot years of limiting scripts. Every mind holds this secret force. By honoring the power of words, the inner landscape transforms. The subconscious, loyal and neutral, will manifest whatever is persistently spoken. Therefore, speak abundance, expect it, and watch as the silent servant of the mind delivers results in ways both subtle and grand. Imagination is the silent architect, shaping life's contours before any form arrives. Every mental image, held with focus and emotion, serves as a pattern upon which reality is built. This faculty often goes unnoticed, working quietly yet powerfully behind every experience. Through imagination, the scissors of the mind, the raw fabric of possibility, is shaped into personal circumstance. Visualization is not idle fantasy. When images of abundance, joy, and success are crafted and nourished, the mind receives them as instructions, The world outside adjusts to reflect these inner blueprints. A 5-minute practice of seeing oneself prosperous, healthy, or deeply at peace roots these outcomes in consciousness. Over time, repeated visualization carves new pathways, making the imagined feel natural and inevitable. Doubt and fear may initially argue against this process, reminding us of disappointments from the past. Yet, as images of wealth and happiness are gently sustained, the inner dialogue shifts. Life responds to mental pictures with remarkable precision. Opportunities arise, support appears, and a new sense of confidence grows. This shift does not come from force, but from the quiet act of seeing and believing. Every circumstance that appears began as a pattern in thought. Through deliberate imagination, each soul becomes the sculptor of fortune, transforming invisible ideas into real, abundant experience. With the scissors of the mind firmly in hand, anyone can cut a new pattern for greater wealth, joy, and fulfillment. Prosperity flows where consciousness welcomes it. This spiritual law is simple yet profound. Abundance is the natural state, while lack is an illusion created by habitual self-talk. When words and inner images support ideas of wealth, opportunity, and sufficiency, those same realities begin to appear outwardly. Aligning conversation with abundance breaks the old spell of limitation. Many seek prosperity while expressing disbelief or fear that it will come. This internal contradiction creates confusion within the deeper mind. Instead, affirming phrases such as "abundance surrounds me," "wealth finds its way to me easily," and "my needs are always met," build confident bridges between intention and manifestation. These affirmations, when held with feeling, lift consciousness to match the frequency of supply. Practical prosperity is not passive. It grows in the soil of grateful expectation and consistent self-talk. The daily practice of acknowledging blessings, no matter how small, tunes the mind to receive more. Even setbacks become opportunities to reaffirm wealth's presence, rather than reinforce lack. Consistency in language, thought, and feeling secures the law's dynamic power. Understand, there is no special privilege or favor in receiving prosperity. It is the birthright of every soul, accessed by those who accept and claim it with their words. By nurturing a vocabulary of supply, lives bloom with new possibilities. In this way, the law of prosperity operates faithfully, transforming self-talk into visible, lasting wealth. Abundance flourishes where struggle and resistance are released. Holding on to fear, resentment, or forced effort blocks the graceful flow of good. Non-resistance is a gentle yet profound law, urging surrender of the old stories that bind. Instead of wrestling with unwanted conditions, surrender them with words such as, "I release all anxiety and accept abundance with ease." Choosing non-resistance does not mean becoming passive or indifferent. It is an act of faith, trusting that peace and prosperity are more potent than conflict. When self-talk focuses on letting go, the mind loosens its grip on what is no longer helpful. Old disappointments, regrets, and doubts find release. Space opens for wealth, health, and joy to enter unhindered. Forgiveness is the practice by which non-resistance works. By declaring freedom from anger or attachment to outcomes, the spirit realigns with flow. Such affirmations invite fresh energies and new connections. Life rearranges itself effortlessly, often bringing better circumstances than previously imagined or struggled for alone. Resisting life's movement creates stagnation. In contrast, letting go gently lifts the whole being into alignment with purpose and supply. Through non-resistance, doors swing open, and abundance streams in, undeterred by obstacles once held tightly in mind and heart. The greatest transformations often arrive with surrender, not struggle. Faith acts as a powerful magnet, attracting desired outcomes with invisible strength. It is not mere hope, but a deep inner conviction that what is spoken and imagined will find a way into reality. Every affirmation gains vitality from faith. Every vision is charged and sustained by belief. The stronger the faith, the swifter the manifestation. To cultivate faith is to practice expectation, repeatedly declaring good is on its way, and believing it draws unseen support into everyday life. Even when circumstances seem unmoved, faith holds the vibration steady, refusing to waver. This constancy is not stubbornness, but spiritual resilience, a quiet knowing that the laws of abundance are faithfully at work. Doubt and discouragement may knock at the door, especially when results take time. Faith, with its gentle persistence, reminds the soul that delay is not denial. It asks only for steadfastness, not perfection. Each day, by choosing words of certainty and imagining positive outcomes, the inner magnet of faith gathers new resources, people, and opportunities. Magnets attract by their nature, not by striving. So too does faith draw wealth and blessing. When self-talk and imagination are saturated with trust, life moves in harmony, fulfilling needs and desires in ways that inspire gratitude and awe. With faith as a guide, abundance finds its home without fail. What appears as failure is often a sacred invitation to grow beyond past beliefs. Setbacks do not signal defeat, but rather urge the soul to examine the stories and self-talk that have shaped the present moment. Hidden within each difficulty is a lesson, a chance to reset inner dialogue and choose a higher outcome. Every loss contains a seed of hidden good, waiting for new words to awaken it. When setbacks arise, response becomes pivotal. Speaking of lack, blame, or regret only weaves further limitation. Instead, turning to affirmations such as "every loss brings greater gain," or "challenges transform into blessings," plants new possibilities in the subconscious. The energy of failure dissipates, replaced by hope and creative expectation. Practical wisdom lies in pausing, reflecting, and rewriting the inner script. By embracing disappointment as temporary and purposeful, the mind becomes flexible and hopeful. The old cycle of discouragement ends, and new pathways open, often leading to outcomes more valuable and satisfying than before. Endurance alone is not enough. Transformation begins with self-talk that honors the gift within each setback. Through patience, faith, and positive language, perceived failure shifts into a breakthrough. The story changes. Life rewards the willingness not just to persist, but to grow in vision and voice. Every mind is confronted with moments of fear, doubt, or negativity. The law of substitution teaches that when such thoughts arise, they can be replaced instantly with empowering affirmations. This spiritual principle interrupts the old conversational patterns and steers consciousness toward abundance and peace. Upon noticing a limiting thought, substitute quickly by declaring its opposite. Abundance is finding me, opportunities abound for me, or I am divinely guided and protected. This consistent practice clears habitual negativity, dissolving channels of lack and opening space for good. The process requires attention without judgment. Simply notice, interrupt, and speak new words. Through repetition, the subconscious begins to prefer these fresh affirmations. The power lies not merely in affirmation, but in the act of substitution itself. Old circuits lose their strength, while new pathways of prosperity and confidence are firmly established. Results follow as inner reality is rewritten, one response at a time. The law of substitution offers daily empowerment. Every thought is a choice. Every response an opportunity to claim abundance. By mastering this discipline, each soul creates an ever-renewing story, drawing life's goodness closer with each phrase spoken from the heart. Every word has a frequency, moving invisibly through thought and environment. Speaking in tones of gratitude, abundance, and strength elevates the entire atmosphere, drawing people, events, and resources that vibrate at the same level. Language laced with fear or cynicism, in contrast, attracts more of the same. This principle, vibrational responsibility, calls each person to become a steward of speech. Consciousness is a tuning fork. By setting its vibration through affirming self-talk, the world echoes back experiences tuned to those words. This is why vigilance over language matters. Idle complaints invite obstacles. Empowering declarations invite support. Each spoken or unspoken word sends a ripple, shaping what returns. Elevating the frequency of speech is a gift not only to oneself, but to all who listen. Uplifting words inspire hope, dissolve conflict, and awaken solutions where none seemed possible. Even in private moments, choosing gratitude curates new opportunities and subtle blessings. The effect grows deeper with practice. Taking vibrational responsibility is a powerful act. It transforms relationships, finances, and the path ahead. In each situation, ask, what frequency do my words carry? Speaking from a place of love, courage, and truth, abundance gathers, and obstacles fall away like shadows at dawn.